Share on Twitter. No, okay. I'm not even. I'm just gonna hit. Oh, it's already recording. Sweet. But all right. Jesus Christ, fucking Atlanta needs to get their shit in order right now.
How bad?
It's only 13-3. But it's midway through the second quarter, so they got to get their shit in order.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, I'm looking at my messages, and I got nothing from them. That's why it's so funny. And we were doing so well. But yet, you can literally have people go on TikTok and other things and actually spout BS political stuff, and they're perfectly fine.
Some of them.
Did we catch the attention of people? It looks like we did. Normally, I would say that's a good thing, but you know. But it is what it is, and ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Report Network. I'm F. Ronnie.
Stumpcock.
This is not a podcast, even though it says it is. But what we're doing something special for some videos, and we are diving into, I guess you can call it, the IGN's top 100 NES games in their eyes. So I would consider this almost all time. And with that being said, I have an issue with some of these already, but we'll dive into that when we get into them. But we're about the same age. Were you an NES guy?
Yep.
Yeah. You play all of them, or just play? Did you play like? What were you into? The shmups, the platformers?
Dude, I started playing on like Nintendo.
I'm saying NES, or were you a like
Yes,
NES,
and
SNES, or
now NES 32-bit.
32 would be 8-bit, not 32. 32 would be
No, because there was the two different NES consoles. There was an 8-bit, and then there was a 16-bit.
well, 16 was SNES, was Super Nintendo. Super Nintendo had like Castlevania 4.
But I played a Nintendo console with fucking Duck Hunt, brother.
That would be the NES. That would be 8-bit. Which that is on the game. That is on this list. So, clear as day, we'll discuss this in a little bit, but there's the S tier all the way down to F, and then there's haven't played. We're going to make this perfectly simple. If we have not played the game, it will easily go down to have not played. If one of us has played this game, it has to go C or below. If we've both played it, well, then the argument can happen. Is that fair?
How many of these games do you plan on doing?
I'm not going to go through all of them. And honestly, I'll say it right now. There's a couple games on here like Lolo 3. No one. Clax, no one's played. Fester's Quest, no. I'm not doing all the Mega Man games. I'm not. Maybe. There's maybe 20 of these that are really like actually worth talking about.
All right, let's go.
What do you want to do? This first, or you want to do Moxley?
Your choice.
Let's do this first, since this is pulled up. First, I'll start from the bottom up. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Which one?
89. The first one that had four-player was a real four-player game that had the shitty water level.
Arcade game that starts out with them in the news building.
Yes.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. The only reason that it's not an S tier is that water level, is that sewer level.
The same. It was the same game that released for NES. Yes.
Yeah, but other than like I said, it would be an S tier if it was not for that sewage level. That sewer level.
Have some difficulty, buddy.
Oh, well, that's the difference. I'm saying that's why it's not an S tier. Because that was the part of the game where nobody could finish. That's where you got completely SOL'd.
On that game, I made it as far as... Oh, what was the Mechanical Turtle's name?
Oh, not, God damn it, what the hell was his name?
He was all silver and shit.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Shit. All right. I got to figure out how I'm going to do this because it's. Sorry. Sorry, everyone. I know that it's a pain in the ass. It's a pain in the ass with the stream. Bear with me. Okay, there we go. All right. All right. Shit. God damn it! I know who you're talking about too. Not Spike.
No, the Mechanical Turtle.
Okay, you know
I
what?
want to say maybe by Craig. Crack Job?
Oh, was it just the turtleneck?
Yeah.
I think that's what I think that's the name of what was actually called, turtleneck.
Whatever its name was. That's as far as I made it.
Okay. Yeah. But right. So yeah. So all right. Other next game on the list. I'm not gonna do the. Okay. Other than Mega Man 2, is there any other Mega Mans that it's up to 5 that you would want to talk about or no? Right. Other than Mega Man 2, is there any other Mega Mans you want to talk about in this? Because I'll just zip. I won't even touch them. Then I'm just asking.
No.
Okay. I didn't hear you before. All right. Well, you just said it too. Duck Hunt. I'm gonna mix this in with Mario 1 because that was always packaged as one game.
Well, being that I'm just now finding out that player 2 controlled the duck. I'm sorry, did you know that shit?
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, I did not. Just a simple bumpkin.
It's weird to figure that out until like, oh yeah, by the way, you can control the duck. What?
I was a fan of Duck Hunt.
That A tier. Put that with in Super Mario Brothers A tier.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, not touching that one. Punch Out. Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
I mean, that's a classic.
I mean, it still gives us some of the most popular characters today in this. So I gotta put that. I gotta put that at S tier.
I am not prepared. I was not prepared for a conversation like this.
No, I just thought it would. Hey, listen, that's half the fun sometimes, right?
No, not really. I'm completely unprepared for what this list looks like and what games are on it and what games of those I've actually played. And it just, yeah.
Hold on. Let me do something real quick. Let me do something for you.
I can't pull it up and look at it while we're talking.
Oh, what are you on your phone?
Yes.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I was gonna say I could share the screen.
Yeah, it's not going to do me any good right now.
All right. Well, then let's skip this over and talk about Moxley then, because there's.
At some point, he's going to start costing that company money with the censors and the FCC.
Hold on. Let me.
It doesn't matter if it's pay per view. Um, there's still rules.
All right. So let's talk about this. I'll put this. Let me. No, I don't want to visit that. I actually just want to. I'm gonna post up the photo of Wrestle Dream.
Okay, you do that. I'm gonna go get some coffee because I'm gonna need caffeine and rage to get through this.
What the hell? You have images, but yet you won't pull up. Jesus freaking Christ, Bing! What the hell are you doing? Oh, jeez.
Ah,
Oh wow. All right. Well, looks like we're going to Game 7.
really?
Yep. It's 7-4. It's 7-2 right now.
Jesus. Okay. You know I like a good back and forth series.
Yep.
You know I like a good back and forth series. All right,
Uh.
Russell, my hometown, and my apologies because holy fuck, what was that?
Dude, I honest to God don't know. Like, okay, were there? So it's weird. It's really weird because on one hand, the matches were not dog shit, depending on which one was there.
It's oh.
Okay, there we go. Wrestle Dream.
Monkey porn.
Monkey porn. Yay. All right, cool. All right. Pull up the card so that we can actually discuss this correctly. All right. Yeah, Wrestle Dream 2025, All Elite Wrestling in St. Louis, Missouri. The 10-hour Monkey Porn Fest.
I wouldn't doubt that's about how long it ran.
The shortest match was on the pre-show, and it was 3 minutes. It was Hook.
Okay, so they're booking him strong.
It was Hook and Kingston that went over.
Because you got to hook.
Well, you have a guy who's booked strong in Hook, and a guy that can't wrestle for more than 5 minutes in Eddie Kingston. It's kind of a perfect match.
I mean, if that's what you want to call it.
Listen, they want to put Eddie Kingston on TV. Hook's trying to be booked strong. It's under a 5-minute match. It kind of fits.
All right, so hit me with Monkey Pornapalooza.
All right, pre-show. God forbid. We had a, hold on, first off, you'll laugh at this, 13-match card.
Jesus fucking balls. Why?
You're asking the wrong question there.
I guarantee you those fans don't go to another wrestling show for the rest of the fucking year.
Zero out, yeah, it was...
The fuck out.
It was a 5-hour show. That's counting 0 hour, by the way.
What, the pre-show?
Yeah. 5 hours
there
of wrestling. Yes. Oh, yes. There is a Sunday Night Heat plethora of matches. There are 4 matches on this card.
Like, if there's matches on it, we gotta count it, brother.
Oh, yeah. That's why I said there's 13 matches. But wait, it gets better with the pre-show.
But wait, there's more fuckery afoot.
All right, so we'll start this off. First match on the card, the Death Riders, Claudio Garcia, Pac, and Yuta defeat Roddy Strong, Kyle O'Reilly, Orange Cassidy, and Ishii in an 8-man tag match. I mean, listen, you have 6 guys in this. You have all 8 guys are professional, so even they don't work the ROH style. I would rather see that match on the main card, and that match is going to be solid no matter what, and it was. I mean, that match I would go back. The 4 matches that are on the pre-show, I would actually go back and rewatch. What does that tell you?
That you might have CTE.
No, that's Darby Allin, what Claudio did to him, and God bless him for that. We'll get to that.
All right, let's get to it then.
Second match, Eddie Kingston and Hook defeated the Frat House. 3-minute match. You know, like you do. They changed their name again. What the flying fuck? Haley Cameron and Willow Nightingale defeated Top Gods, which is Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford. That was a 12-minute match.
Okay.
So, the pre-show is an hour. So, we're already at 30 minutes. That's not counting promos, by the way, to lead up to the first match. FTR and Stokely defeats Jet Speed, Speedball Mike Bailey, and Kevin Knight. Match was 13 minutes. Would you like to guess where they fucked up?
Working for AEW.
Besides that.
They fucked up the go-home spot.
Close. AEW ran over time in the pre-show, and the fucking match took place during the pyro of the actual pay-per-view.
Nice.
It was literally 2 minutes over. They ran
That
2 minutes over the pre-show time into the main. Meanwhile, Excalibur doesn't even fucking hesitate. When the pyro goes off, he still does the "It's Saturday night." He does that. He doesn't go, "We'll get back to the live intro in a second. We have a match going on." Like, doesn't even do that. Just does the intro to, like, fucking what Saturday would be for fucking colostomy bag. I mean, Collision.
well, I mean, that is kind of his gig, man.
But, like, I get that, but at the same time, you're a professional. You see what's in the ring. Fucking actually hype that shit up. Because they were beating the living shit out of each other in the middle of pyro, which looked badass.
They went overtime.
No. They didn't go overtime. They had their time limit. Tony Khan went over the time and didn't cut their time. If you follow me on that. With all the previews and backstage stuff, it was 2 minutes over.
And now you know.
This is not FTR or Jet Speed's fault.
So, pro wrestlers that just so happen to be listening to this podcast, let this story of epic fuckery be a lesson to you all to stick to your fucking times.
But here's the thing. Do you blame FTR with this? Or do you blame... I don't. If they never cut their time, Tony Khan never cut time. That's clear as day. But he went... But during backstage promos and lead-ups to the show, it came up to being 2 minutes over in the middle of the match. Whose fault is that? That's not the boys' fault because they were never told that to cut it 2 minutes. That we know of.
See, and that's the thing is you're when it comes to AEW, I'm sorry, brother, you're real quick to jump to their defense. Well, they didn't know this. Well, that we know of course that we know of. But again, but the thing is they say they're a professional production, right? Which means they have a timekeeper and a producer making sure that they stick to their times. So going over by 2 minutes, that's a real big
well, here's the thing, and I'll answer this. They ended it at exactly 13 minutes. Why does if there was
13 minutes, that means that they, the thing is 13 minutes is a real odd amount of time for a match to run.
Well, so would 11. So is 15:30. So is 3.
15:30 is a 6. I guarantee you, they were told that they had like 16 to 18 and go short if they could.
It's a pre-show, so yeah, I could see that. By the way, no matter what, if this is see, what makes no sense is you do the math. 15:12, so that's 17:30 plus the 3, that's 20 minutes.
Right.
The pre-show's an hour. How in any way is the pre-show going 2 minutes over?
Because they didn't manage their fucking times, dude.
Well, no. But I wonder if it's not the matches that went over, though. I really wonder, or if they went over because of something that happened backstage. Again, we don't know. I'm speculating right there. But also, it's your pre-show. Match-wise, it's then, 15 to 25. I gotta go back and rewatch it because I want to see where they fucked this up. Because sometimes I can see the promos being fucked up because they replay the exact same fucking promos before their match.
Well, here's the thing, as you say, oh, well, saying like 11 minutes is an odd match time. I guarantee you they were given 10 to 12 and took 13.
But then, okay, if they went up technically a minute over, okay, I get you on that. But
Well, no,
there's a minute there that makes no sense because they went 2 minutes over. Or
no.
they went 2 minutes over on the pre-show time.
Let me explain to you.
Okay.
Okay. So you're saying that they went two over, and I'm saying that they were probably given 10 to 12 and went 13.
Right.
Whenever they say you've got 10 to 12, you have 12. If you can tell your story in 10,
If you could tell it at 9, do it.
no. If you have 10 to 12, 12 minutes is worst case scenario. That's as long as you go.
Yeah.
If you can tell it in 10, great. But for the most part, that match is going to take you about 11 minutes to tell.
So who do you think this is getting put on then?
The boys.
I'm saying, well, no, let me rephrase that. Does this scream FTR pulling weight, pulling their fucking card?
Does this sound like them trying to pull a Road Warriors?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay. Because unfortunately, Mike Bailey and Kevin Knight are getting pulled into this.
They were part of it.
Because they were part of it. I'm saying, because they're part of it, they're getting pulled into this.
Right. Because, like, look. Again, that's why you stick to your times. Yeah, I guarantee you it's exactly what it was. They were told you have 10 to 12, which means get it done in 11. 12 if you have to. They took 13. Where does the extra minute come from? Because they were expecting them to go about 11.
Right. And then you had the whole...
And that's where the 2 minutes came from. And I'm sure that it could probably be... I'm sure it could probably be pawned off on a couple of backstage segments running long. But again, this is why you stick to your fucking times. Even promos, you have times. Ronnie, how long is a TV promo? If you're doing a wrestling promo on TV, how long do you have?
Max 60 seconds.
Max 60 seconds. On average, about 45.
Yeah, I'm saying max 60 seconds.
Yeah.
Listen. Me and you both know that you go off of your character on an elevator pitch. You try to get something done in TikTok moment, which is a minute or less.
That's actually people. Attention spans only last about 45 seconds these days. After that, people don't give a fuck.
Right. Or you try to draw their attention in within that.
Yeah. So if a backstage segment went long, I'm sure it did. I'm sure the fucking Moxley and Darby match fucking went long. Because that was full of all kinds of retarded bullshittery. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean.
So, like...
Well, it's also a little different, too, when you have something like Moxley and Darby going over because of time. But that's also due to the fact that they're also in, like, the main event. So you're going more over due to... What's it called? Them going over, you're dealing with pay-per-view and people like that line, not... You get what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
No, break it down for me.
So, like, they're more just talking to people that they have to pay the extra bill for. Moxley going over. You're going over pay per view time when you're supposed to go off the air. It's a little different than going over in a match, if to people, if that makes any sense. It's harder. Sorry, not harder. It's more of an ass chew out if you go over a pay per view than you do the. than if you have to deal with the fucking executives when you have to go off air. That happened.
Yeah,
That happened with Sting.
that is a big no-no.
I mean, that happened with Sting too. Remember when Sting had his retirement match? They waited until they were off the air on YouTube to do his promo.
That's true. They did, didn't they?
Because they ran over time. And Excalibur actually said, go to the AEW YouTube page to hear Sting talk.
AEW has a real bad habit of going over time.
Oh, yeah.
I'd just like to throw that out there.
They really do. I mean, you're not wrong.
Well, I mean, I don't understand what's so hard about, say it with me,
Sticking to your time?
sticking to your fucking times.
The sticking part?
I guess, man.
You know what? It was more important for Tony Khan to impress Lou Thesz's, I think, daughter, because it wouldn't be his wife.
I don't know. But what I do know is this monkey pornography.
And we're only in the pre-show. Okay.
Just take me to the main card.
Yep, and we'll go there. So it opened up with Jamie Hayter defeating Tekla.
Who and who?
Jamie Hayter has been there for a while. Redhead girl. Decent work. She's a good worker. English page trainer.
Okay.
Versus Tekla, whose biggest thing is walking backwards like a Black Widow spider.
You mean like Bray Wyatt?
Yeah, but she's a woman, so everyone has a hard-on for it.
Hey, wrestling nerds. Just because you have a hard on for it doesn't mean she wants your hard on.
Ladies and gentlemen, wrestling nerds, just because she's a woman doesn't make her better.
No.
I did watch this match back. Good match. I will give it credit there. More Jamie Hayter that fucking pushed it. Tekla's from CMLL, so she works more of the lucha style and character style. So Hayter actually pulled a lot more weight than people would expect. But decent match. Match lasted 15 minutes. Also, maybe, I hate saying it this way, maybe a little too much time for women, for the women's matches.
I don't know, but we've got 13 matches to get through, so let's go.
Yeah. This one's fun. Jurassic Express taking on the Young Bucks, beating the Young Bucks. $500,000 match. If they win, the receivers get a $500,000 cash prize. And I'm using air quotes, people, because Yeah. The funniest thing about this match had to be the Young Bucks' expenses report before the match. During their entrance. Cool. Jurassic Express, you can hide Luchasaurus behind Jack Perry. I'm fine with that. It's a Young Buck spot. It's a Young Buck match. That's all you need to know. 21 minutes of flippy indie shit.
Okay.
The Hurt Syndicate taking on the Damned. The Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, and MVP taking on the Damned, Ricochet, Bishop, and Toa Lona.
Well, who's your winner?
Hurt Syndicate got their win back, so now it's 1-1. We're going into one more match, probably. And this was the number one contenders for the Trios match, for the Trios title, 13 minutes. Cool. Big spot of the night, Shelton Benjamin, German suplex Ricochet over the top rope.
Congratulations, a spot they did in WWE.
Yep. Kyle Fletcher with Don Callis beat Mark Briscoe for the TNT title. 25 minutes was the match. Fuckery. Kyle had his foot on the rope after a 3 count. Then got overturned. Kyle Fletcher hits his finisher and beats Mark Briscoe.
Good man. Next.
Chris Statlander retains her title against Toni Storm. 16 minutes, 35 seconds. Biggest part of the match. Toni Storm looked at Chris Statlander, said, "I'm not going to give up. You're going to have to fucking kill me." And Tombstone pile-drived her.
I'll take it. At least that match had a story.
Yep. And now we get to the 4 matches that I would have just taken a nap through.
Okay, well then just give it who was in it and who won.
Yep, Mercedes Moné.
Nobody gives a fuck. Next.
Hold on. Let me do this professionally. Mercedes Moné defeats Maria Shirakawa. Is now the ROH Women's TV title. She's got an 11th title, which makes her...
She's got every fucking title in the world to prove that she's the best because this dumb cunt thinks that those things mean something.
Yep.
They're prop.
Yep.
And she said she won't work for you unless she can hold your prop.
16 titles. Meanwhile, she won the night before the CMLL title, and she wins the ROH title, which now means absolutely nothing. Congratulations, Tony Khan. You played yourself.
Congratulations, Mercedes Moné. You hold 11 titles that mean jack shit because you earned none of them unless you were sucking dick to get them.
Can I ask you one question with this about...
I hope to fucking God. I hope to fucking the Christian God.
Oh, God.
That if that cunt uses the name Ultimo Monet, Ultimo Dragon sues her ass.
Yeah. Can I ask you one question? Is there a woman in ROH, AEW, or even around the world that has the title that if they beat her, and I say if because who the fuck knows what's going to happen?
No, they've absolutely written themselves into a corner with her.
But is there anyone that can beat her that can elevate their name to another level?
No, not without destroying her name completely.
Okay. That's what I was going to ask because this is on I by name only, and let me explain this. And you'll understand where I'm coming from, but you're going to hate the fact that I have to say this name. This is getting on some Undertaker level. To where, wait, let me finish. That if someone beats her, it has to be the person that's going to elevate their name to be the next person.
But nobody's going to be that person because a lot of companies are learning that, like, they put their belts on Mercedes Moné to help elevate the belt, but all they've done is watched her elevate her own name off of their companies.
Exactly. And but you get what I'm saying by that, right?
Yes. If any female wrestler is fucking months away from starting an OnlyFans, it's Mercedes Moné.
Who says she doesn't have one on tap, just waiting for her career to be over?
They have absolutely 110% written themselves into a corner they cannot write themselves out of with Mercedes Moné.
There's
She
only
holds.
there's only one woman that could
There's no
act.
one.
No, there's one woman that can actually, not that would elevate herself, that could go over cleanly, that the fans would actually cheer for. And she's in Ring of Honor right now, and she's the fucking forever champion.
Who?
Athena.
Nope. Wouldn't happen.
If
Here's why.
Okay.
To defend that title of Ultimo Monet, she would have to defend all 11 titles.
Right.
First off, having carried two at once, I will say that it is an extremely cumbersome fucking thing to carry your titles. And now she's got to carry 11 of them motherfuckers with her.
Well, 10.
Okay.
I'm not counting. I'm sorry. I am not counting the Owen Hart title as a legit fucking title. She's carrying that title. That's not an actual title.
She counts it. She wears it in her promo pictures. She's got her belts. She's got to take all those with her from city to city from first.
But she can't. That's the one title she doesn't defend. That's like the Young Bucks when they made their own titles.
It's like the Young Bucks when they made their own company.
Yes, but beside the point. But if it's
with her holding 11 titles, she has literally booked herself, and I will go on the record as saying, I guarantee you, she's the type of wrestler that says, you can book me for $1,200 and $1,500 if you want me to lose.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what it's at right now, and it's gonna happen where someone just says "fuck you," pay the $1,500 and get the fuck out of my locker room.
And the fucking thing is she holds so many titles. She's booked herself to be the greatest women's wrestler of this generation, because no other women's held that many titles at once. So when she loses them, she'll start losing them one by one, absolutely. But there's nobody that can beat her for real that's going to be believable, because she's the greatest of all time. She was the women's champion for 10 different promotions at the same time. No woman's ever done that before.
And
Who?
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And it's actually kind of funny right now because did you see the thing going around, like the meme going around about Jon Moxley talked shit about WWE, but yet WWE holds the United States title to such a high ground that no one has touched his title defenses, or no one has touched his reign as champion.
Well, that's the difference between the company and the person.
Meanwhile,
we'll get to Moxley, because I'll guarantee you after this last match, I'll guarantee you that motherfucker's off the wagon.
Meanwhile, Mercedes Moné just passed Jade for longest TBS champion.
Yeah, well, Jade's where she belongs, in a company that's going to make her the superstar she deserves to be.
Yep.
Back to the Mercedes Moné debacle.
Yep.
There's no way to book her to start losing those titles. It's not going to destroy her name value in the end.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. And that's the thing on, like, there's only one company that would destroy her name, and I would think they would do it gladly.
Who?
Hunter.
WWE?
Hunter. Oh, yeah. They would put her against, they would find the lowest woman on the totem pole and have her lose.
They wouldn't have to. They could just put her in the ring with Sol Ruca and watch her get fucking circles worked around
her. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Or, Jessie Jane.
Yeah, because, I'm sorry, she's not a great wrestler. She's good. I will give her props. She's good. She's WWE good. She's not great.
Who?
Sasha.
Oh yeah. You actually know. You want to know the fun one? That would be the best slap in the face. Blake. Maria May. Or Mariah May. Be like, yeah, let's give the girl that was in AEW now in WWE to beat you.
I don't think so. I think they do it with a homegrown talent.
Yeah, no, I think they do it with Sol Ruca, but I think that would be the biggest slap in the face. That would be the slap in the face to Mercedes' ego.
The slap in the face would be somebody coming in that's younger and more athletic than she ever could be.
Yeah. Then, all right.
On to the next abortion of the night.
Bandito. Bandito and Brody King. Fuck Brody King. That's a personal issue.
Yeah, fuck Brody King, personally.
Defeats the Don Callis family, Okada and Takeshita.
Okay, they put the American wrestlers over the Japanese wrestlers.
And had Takeshita eat the pin. I believe.
All right, next.
Actually, I have an issue. Hold on, real quick. You know why I don't like that? First off, you had apparently Takeshita eat the pin. It should have been Okada. That's a different issue. That's an ego thing for Okada. But the last time I checked, Takahata or Takahashi is the AWGP World Heavyweight Champion.
Okay.
Congratulations, AEW. You just shit on your parent company.
You mean they shit on their partner company?
I know what I said. Parent company, they're going to buy them out soon. Especially when we get to the main event.
All right, keep going.
Speaking of an abortion clinic, Hangman Page. Fuck you, Hangman. Defeats Samoa Joe for the World Heavyweight title. Or for the AEW World Championship. Sorry.
Fuck you, Hangman Page. You can't even do half your own moves.
Logan Paul can do a better move than you.
CM Punk can do it better than you, and he fucks it up half the time. He fucks it up half the time and still hits it with more regularity than Hangman. Oh, there's my boy.
Fucking. I just. And obviously, too, I'll say it again. Fuck you, Hangman, because you brought politics in this, and you're the heavyweight champion.
Yeah, fuck you, Adam Page. You're a piece of shit.
Yeah. Well, speaking of pieces of shit, your main event over, by the way, your main event over your AEW title.
Oh, dear Lord in heaven, let's go.
The Darby Allin defeats Jon Moxley in an I Quit match, if you want to call it that.
I want to call it attempted murder.
By the way, yeah, so does the crowd. Is that the weakest fucking finish you will ever see?
I don't think I saw the finish.
I'll just say it now. Spoilers, no pun, no for everybody. It was just a Scorpion Deathlock. The finish was a sharpshooter.
So we're going to get Ultraviolet.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to get Ultraviolet almost kill somebody multiple times. Do Chinese water torture as well as Vietnamese torture. We'll get to that in about 2 seconds. And we're going to end with a Scorpion Deathlock.
Fuck you. What I saw wasn't Vietnamese torture. Don't try to play upon that off. What I saw was some Italian torture.
No, that's ripping them out, not putting shoots.
I'm talking about the fucking fish tank.
Oh, I'm talking about the bamboo.
Ow.
Yeah, that's what I mean, Vietnamese. Because one of the spots was Jon Moxley putting fucking a bamboo skewer in Darby Allin's fingernails.
So I would just like to point out that some of the spots in this match, if we can even call it that,
No, no, no. We can't call
these
this
are
a we can't call this a match because it's not a match.
like legitimate war crimes.
Yeah, you're not fully wrong.
Just gonna throw that out there. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna run down some of the spots in this match, and we're gonna see what kind of set they carry. Okay.
Okay.
So the first one we've got is bamboo shoots under the nails. You say?
Yep.
So that is a Japanese torture, by the way.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought those were. I thought that was.
No, it comes from East and Southern Asia, but apparently it's a
More,
World War
more,
II.
more. Yeah. Okay. I mean that I've always thought that was Vietnam. I thought that was a Vietnam torture because that was always whatever. It's still a fucking that is painful on its own.
So, let's see what it says in Missouri, because that's where this took place.
I'll say this: for all the shit that they did, no one got bloody. A lot. Moxley didn't gust in the wind and bleed.
So we didn't have any blood.
There was a little blood. Darby's back started bleeding a little. But no blades across the forehead. No, none of that.
Okay, so that was in Missouri, the bamboo under the nails
Okay.
would fall under Missouri's general assault statutes, where the degree of the charge would depend on the severity of the injury and the intent of the perpetrator.
Okay.
Since this was strictly under the nails and to cause pain, in Missouri, you'd be looking at second degree assault, which is a Class D felony, carries up to 7 years in prison, along with an ACA attached to that, armed criminal action, with a mandatory minimum of 3 years on that.
Yeah.
So keep tally, Ronnie. We got 7 years. We got 3 years.
So 10.
We're up to 10. What else happened?
So it's funny because I'm trying to find actual highlights and try to get the exact. We had Darby Allin throwing Moxley over the top rope with the flagso hanging.
Oh yeah, no, that's attempted murder.
We had Moxley sprayed with kerosene and attempted to make a makeshift Molotov cocktail.
Aggravated assault. We get aggravated assault, and attempting to make a Molotov cocktail would fall under explosives. Like we're looking at like long mandatory prison sentences for these guys, and we
Yeah.
haven't even gotten. We're at probably 20 years already.
Off the top of my head, I'm trying to think. We had, I mean, the big one, Claudio throwing Darby through the announce table from the ring.
It's not Claudio, it's Moxley.
No. Claudio did this.
Okay, yeah, so there's an attempted murder charge.
And then you got attack on what is it? What's the not conspiracy. What's the charge if you're helping?
Oh no, that wouldn't be an accomplice charge. It would be straight up murder. They tied it around his neck. He threw him. That's a murder charge.
No. They didn't tie anything around anyone's neck. They literally threw. Well, there would be accomplice to murder when we get to the fishbowl scene. The when he gets them thrown pretty much into when he threw him from the ring to the announce table.
Okay, next spot.
I'm trying to think what else.
Well, let's just get to the big one.
Yeah, the fucking. I mean, Claudio and Pac would be would classify as what is it called? Associate to murder because they took an aquarium out and poured water in it, and Moxley proceeded to drown him.
Yeah, literally.
Which actually got the attention of a former, I guess, was it a former writer of AEW? What I sent you?
I think so. And the thing is, I know that like it's a party trick, and Darby Allin can hold his breath for a really long time. But again, they say don't try this at home to kids.
So the actual
Speaking as a wrestling fan kid, we try it at home.
Sarah Stock said, "You know who should stop this? Mothers with their remote control. This is worse than the plastic bag over the head. Kids are going to end up dying trying this stuff at home."
Absolutely. Some dumbass little backyard wrestler kid's going to see that and think it's cool, and they're going to hold their buddy's head underwater and they're going to fucking drown him.
And by the way, I will say this. There is only... They tried to make this semi-story by actually having Moxley say, and I quote, just say it. I don't want to have to keep doing this.
Yeah, too much.
Ace of Steel said, "Count this as one of the dumbest and most blasphemous things I could ever read. Utter crap. Realize zero confirmation. Tony Khan names John Moxley as AEW's Harley Race."
Harley's spinning in his grave. Harley's matches were violent, but Harley's matches were violent with a story. But he never did nothing like that.
No. Was it Sting came back? Sting hit Claudio, used his bat, so there's that. The crowd even got uncomfortable and started chanting, "This is murder."
Oh, during
during the Claudio spot as well as the fish tank spot.
Yeah.
When the crowd is chanting "This is murder,"
whenever the crowd from St. Louis, one of the most dangerous cities in the nation,
is chanting "This is murder," yeah, do you need to say anything else?
Not really.
Meanwhile, then the end is literally a sharpshooter.
Yeah, that's super duper awesome. Great storytelling. That's where the best wrestle.
Oh, by the way, AEW's highlights of this
Yeah.
has Moxley putting the bamboo shoot in Darby's fingernail and having him drown him.
Let me just say, everyone listening, keep your eyes peeled because I will guarantee you within the next month, you will see the fish tank drowning spot on an indie show.
So this is some Japanese shit right here. Listen, I've sat around and seen some shit in Japanese deathmatch wrestling. And I've seen a fish tank spot. Where it was a quote unquote piranha tank. And the goal of the match was to actually put your opponent in the piranha tank. Now, they weren't actually piranhas, but no one knew that.
Even if they were, they wouldn't have done anything. Like
No.
piranhas don't just like attack people.
So, and it was on somebody's foot. So that's the funny part. Someone put the ending was they put their foot in the fish tank.
Yeah, even with like an open bleeding wound on your foot, stepping into the middle of a feeding frenzy, they still wouldn't touch you.
Like, even that was one of those things where it was like, okay, I've seen fish tank spots in Japan, in deathmatch wrestling, in Japanese deathmatch wrestling.
Yeah.
You still had a fucking
looking to get jacked, man.
What is it? You still had a story behind it, and it was actually part of the damn match.
Yep.
I'm actually going to report AEW for this. Hateful and abuse content or violent and repulsive content?
That would be violent content, my friend.
Suicide, self-harm / eating disorder? No.
Just it's violent. It shows death or severe injury.
Detail. Simulated drowning. Add details. Just simulated drowning.
Yeah.
Enough said. I didn't even put the bamboo skewers in there. Like, and the AEW fanboys boys are only talking about Sting.
Of course, that's how they deflect from the fact that, like, I don't even know what to call that.
By the way, like I said, the only spot that I was like, oh, I was actually impressed with that was Claudio.
Yeah.
Because Claudio actually cleanly threw him from the ring to the announce table on a fly. Like, cool. God bless him, because that was impressive. But no, that's AEW.
Yep, monkey porn.
I don't know. And it's funny because you'll have people say, oh, well, ECW used to do this in the 90s.
No, they didn't.
Oh.
No, they didn't. And their matches, everything that they did had a story behind it, and they were the only company that did every match or every other match as hardcore because they were a niche company.
Yeah. And it was the style of that time. And, like, they also had to go out for a lot of the stuff. They also had to go out to places like Japan for that. Like they had to do a lot of that.
Yeah.
Like the Japanese market was huge. But it didn't matter. Like they got big and then the money stopped coming in.
Right.
And hence why ECW is now so I ECW is now a
A long and distant memory.
you know what? I'll steal a Bubba Ray Dudley quote. ECW is Napster.
Sure.
It was revolutionary at the time and it went away.
Yeah.
But if it stayed, it would have gotten stale. Great example, look at CZW. CZW started out like what ECW ended on. It couldn't sustain that exact same way. So what did they have to do? They had to flip and do what ECW used to do and go back to like entertaining indie style matches, not PWG matches, but actual indie style matches.
Right.
And now that's why CZW is still going strong now.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. We'll see what the outcome ends up being.
Fines from the FCC if we're lucky.
Well, hopefully we'll
Yeah,
see.
the FCC.
Oh, I'm saying, well, what's the rule with the FCC when it comes to pay-per-views?
Yeah, you can't fucking attempt to kill somebody. Like back in the day, we paid for pay-per-view and WWE got fined because fucking Miss Kitty decided to flash her tits. God bless her for that. WWE's eaten a lot of fines over the years for tits.
Yeah, I think they could have also gotten fined for fucking Sable.
No, she was wearing pasties, but it was close. They got fined for Jackie Gata.
Yeah.
She fucking plopped them big ass titties out though.
And on that note,
Smackdown ever.
segue to finishing this. You know what? Do you want to dial this back to tomorrow and do the what's it called? The list?
Probably not. I'm gonna be busy tomorrow, man.
All right. Well, then, with that being said, let's wrap this up and head on out. Because with that being said,
Go bad.
yeah, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for listening. Follow us on all social media accounts under the Nerd Report Network at F and Ronnie.
Steel.
Join me back here tomorrow as I dive into Fortnite as well as maybe some Final Fantasy. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, that is the fact of life. And if you don't believe us, fuck off. We're out. Yeah!
Yeah.